My name is Paul. I've made a couple of video responses to you in the past that weren't accepted. They were in regards to your theories about the New World Order, which I disagree with. I think Alex Jones and others are full of crap, but that's not the point of this video. Your latest video on the latest Shawn VenomFangX drama was of concern to me. I'm not an atheist. I'm not an anti-theist. I'm not an anti-religionist in any way, shape, or form. In fact, I consider myself a Christian, Geerup. The concern that I have with your video is that you're talking about groupthink. And I see groupthink evident in your video, Geerup. I get the sense that you're just sticking up for VenomFangX. We'll just call him Shawn. That you're sticking up for Shawn simply because you're on the same team. I don't think that's acceptable, Geerup. I think there needs to be some acknowledgement on your part that Shawn misused the Digital Millennium Copyright Act. Regardless of what we think of the justice of the DMCA, I don't like the DMCA. I've had it used against me in the past on another channel of mine by the Church of Scientology, and I've had it used against me maliciously. Okay, I don't agree with the law, and I'm with you on it being used to protect large corporations. I'm with you on that, Geerup. And I have problems with the militant new atheism espoused by Richard Dawkins as well, and others. However, I'm really very concerned, Geerup, that there's no acknowledgement on your part that Shawn misused the DMCA. And by his own admission, he misused the DMCA. He used the DMCA in order to, in his words, I believe, was to keep his family safe. That's admirable, Geerup. But that's not what the DMCA is intended for. It's used to protect copyright. If Shawn was concerned about his videos being uploaded in their entirety, not edited, just in their entirety, then it'd be perfectly okay for him to file DMCAs. But Geerup, you have to acknowledge that it was extremely misguided. That's probably being kind. It's probably a misguided step for Shawn to take to ever use the DMCA again without seeking legal counsel. Because I think Shawn should have learned from the last time that he used the DMCA that the DMCA is a heavy-duty legal instrument and that it should not be employed without consulting an attorney. Shawn didn't do that, and it's a good thing for Shawn that he's probably not going to face the legal consequences of misusing the DMCA. But, Geerup, you cannot stand up for people simply because they're on the same team. You just can't do that. You're criticizing the atheists for groupthink, but if Shawn were to come back tomorrow and make a video where, he was, flipping the bird and, swearing his head off, talking like a character in a Quentin Tarantino movie, I don't know if you would criticize him. Well, maybe at that point you would criticize him because obscenity is a problem, because obscenity is a bigger problem than breaking the law, apparently. I mean, do you see my point at all, Geerup? I mean, you didn't see my point with the New World Order. No, you didn't even accept those video responses. But hear what I have to say here, Geerup. And honestly, I don't think... Now, I was not a fan of the way VenomFangX did things. I was not a fan of the way that he espoused creationism. That was my main problem with him. He focused way too much on that, and he was wrong on that. And he seemed to exhibit an anti-scientific attitude. I don't agree with that. I agree that, some on the opposing side were definitely very overly harsh with Shawn. But honestly, I don't think it's a good thing for Shawn to be on YouTube exposing himself to an audience of potentially millions. Because I think Shawn has some problems that he needs to work out. And he definitely has some things to learn about functioning in this world. And he wasn't learning those things on YouTube. And, this is not a free speech issue, Geerup. It's not. It's an issue with the fact that Shawn misused the DMCA. He employed the DMCA without consulting an attorney. That was misguided, Geerup, and it was dumb. And you should criticize him for it. You should acknowledge that he shouldn't have employed the DMCA. If he had problems with DPR Jones's videos, what he should have done is he should have sent DPR Jones a private message and talked to him about his concerns. He should never have employed a legal instrument, and you need to acknowledge that, Geerup. I mean, if you're going to talk about groupthink, look at yourself, Geerup. That's all I have to say. Peace. Let us be free from all anxiety and senseless fear. Till next time. Peace.